I struggled with depression my whole life. After seeing a lot of the things that I seen growing up as a kid, really affected my mind. It affected my social skills and my development. And so I spent a lot of my time in isolation. But throughout life, more drama and more pain continued to happen, and I was done. At the age of 15, I remember being in my boy's trailer, and we had a .38 revolver. And I remember putting the gun in my head and squeezing the trigger. And when I squeezed the trigger, nothing happened. When we opened it, the only slot that didn't have a bullet in it was a slot that misfired. And because of that, I'm still alive. But it didn't stop there. The depression didn't go away. The anger continued to happen. The pain just continued throughout my life. And so here I was at 17 years old, ready. My aunt had left at the time. She was gone. Nobody was home. My friend just dropped me off at the house, and I went through the cabinet and I grabbed all the bottles of pills that was in there and I popped them. And so I called my friend. I said, man, I'm about to die, man. Let my family know that I just got tired of all the pain and all the agony that was inside of me, and I was just ready to go. Well, he drove back to the house, came in, grabbed me, put me in the car. They drove me to the hospital. And I remember getting to the hospital and them having to pump my stomach. And one of my uncles was there. He was actually the security guard. And to this day, he's never said anything to me about that. And nor did he say anything to my family. You know, and I sit back and I think of how many people actually live their lives in depression. Until you get ready to deal with the things that are internal and the things that are holding you back inside, you'll continue to struggle with that depression. You know, I thought I was done. I thought I was over with. Here I am, you know, a youth pastor at a church. Everything's going great. I get married. I'm reaching kids and I'm talking to people about God and His love. And yet at the same time, feeling so empty because of the things that are going on in my marriage and in my home. And one particular day, I was done with it. I got in my car, ignored all my phone calls, and I began to drive. And as I'm driving, I said, God, it's not gonna get better. Life isn't gonna get better, there's no way. And I had 13 oxycodones. I said, if I don't take these, then I'm gonna actually end up hurting somebody. So here I was, a youth pastor, pop pills, and now I'm on my way to a psych ward. And when I got to the psych ward, I remember my first day in there, the first thing that they did for me was give me a whole bunch of drugs. And I remember being a zombie. But there was one thing that I had in that psych ward, in that room with me. That was a Bible. And I remember God speaking to my heart and saying to me, you will not die, but you're gonna live to testify about how good I am. You see, depression, a lot of us face it. But the problem is we run from it. I'm telling you, whatever you're going through, whatever you're facing, whatever's holding you down, you can get through it. And I want to let you know that if you're struggling with suicide, you will not die, but you're going to live so that you could testify about how good God is.